at any one time, you're aware of a decision you're making, or maybe not actually. You could be making a decision that feels mundane, but it's possibly a very significant decision, and you should be aware of the moment. So I've just come home, and it's about 10 past 10 p.m. from a meeting that I do every other Tuesday, and this was the last meeting for the year with a bunch of guys, a bunch of men that I really respect and have taught me how to be vulnerable. And today we were talking about, accountability, and for me, it was an interesting conversation because what I took out of it was not even the accountability part, but I took out of it the part where you're making a decision that gets you either in or out of integrity. Now, let's take some examples of decisions that we make every so often. When you're going to work in the morning and possibly you do a morning commute, you generally know how much time it takes you from when you leave home, what your commute decisions are, and what time you're likely to make it to the office. And so, if you need to be in the office by 8 in the morning, then if it takes you 45 minutes, then you must leave home before 7:15 to make it on time. Now, should you leave at 7:20, whatever the decision is, you're already out of integrity because you made a decision that will get you late. And sometimes there are not much consequences to it. However, we do make some significant decisions with the same ease that have incredibly high consequences or significant consequences. I'm tempted to say, like when you're, making a decision to pursue a girl, if you're a dude, that is not, and you're not, willing to make that a long-term relationship. You're just having a little fun. Often we're not sitting down to say, okay, what are the consequences of this decision? However, they could be pretty consequential. Sometimes it's a decision to spend money, and you're saying, I'm gonna withdraw X amount of money, and I'll do this. I'll buy that other bottle in the bar, or I'll buy this extra pair of shoes, or whatever it is. And at that moment, it might not really be a big decision, but you could be eating into your savings, and eventually that becomes a really consequential decision. Now, I have found that when I'm making some of those decisions, I'm aware of the decision I'm making, but I'm hoping that that decision will not be, too consequential. And I found that I have this strategy where somehow inside I cross my fingers, like it's like my heart or my mind has some fingers that I cross. And I hope that this decision doesn't really have dire consequences. But guess what? Crossing fingers is not a strategy. It never got people anywhere. And I don't even know who taught us how to cross fingers. That's so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to eat this junk food and I hope that I remain in shape. I'm going to, ignore this text and I hope this person doesn't get offended. Whatever decision you're making, crossing fingers is not a strategy. So what is the alternative? The alternative is just getting to know what time it is, and being very aware of the moment. Being aware of the moments when you're making significant decisions or decisions that could have significant impact in your life or in the lives of others. And just stopping to look at those decisions and asking yourself, am I willing to go down this road? Should I continue this relationship? Should I eat this food? Should I spend this money? Should I make that phone call? Whatever it is. Or not make that phone call. And today I'm thinking about just how do I recognize those moments? And how do I realize that, life is about the choices that we make. Life is about the decisions that we make, and we need to be careful to recognize the moment in which we are making those decisions and understanding the impact of those decisions. And this could be scaled to any situation. It could be scaled to a workplace decision, to a scolding that you do as a parent to your child, the words that you choose to use when you're telling your colleague, they could do something better. All these are moments of impactful decisions that possibly we don't realize what they are. You know what? This is what I want to encourage you to do today. Next time you're making a decision, pause and think about it. What decision are you really making? And what is its potential impact? And then make it. And if you make it, then you're happy with the decision and you're happy with the consequences. And you're happy, you're ready to deal with whatever comes your way because you considered it. So, I don't know about you, but I have some good decisions to make. And I hope that the bad ones I make, I recognize them as I'm making them. But don't cross your fingers. It helps nothing. All right, good people, good night. And thank you for all the love that you're already showing my podcast. Thank you.